Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. We've got a 1v1 between Infrabasse and Grep. This is going to be a good match. We've got a single planet system with 4 moons, 3 of which are movable, so nukes, interplanetary nukes, will be lobbable between these celestial bodies. We are, 3 minutes and 50 seconds in, almost 4 minutes in. Finally got the first air factory from Grep, and no air factory yet from Infrabasse, and no offensive units from either side yet. That is very interesting. Here we go, first scout coming out from Grep, and it looks like it's headed in the right direction. For our main planet, it's pretty much all ice, with a few barren wasteland around the mountains. Lots of cracks, a handful of lakes. Infrabasse is going to want to take control of this lake. It's going to be access to a lot of metal and a lot of map control if he can gain control of it. And Grep is going to want to get into this lake, also access to a sizable chunk of easily defended metal, as well as preventing Infrabasse from dropping in a naval factory and destroying most of Grep's base with a single blue bottle. Still no offensive units so far. Orient north. Looks like we've got these fabricators will probably... What do we got? A missile defense tower, right, going up. Nope, canceled. There we go. Factories. That's what I was expecting to see from these fabricators. These factories are going to offer a very good staging point for some early aggression. However, if Infrabasse is able to pop out this naval factory, then these bases will mean practically nothing. And we do have fabricators coming forward from Infrabasse, and they do know what's going on over there, so they'll probably be putting up some defensive structures here in a second. Or, oh no, it looks like those factories were from Infrabasse, not Grep. Let's close out that UI that we don't need. Probably see, bombers coming out from Grep. Boom, down goes a single fabricator, and we see that new carpet bombing technique that's in place. Down goes another fabricator, and Grep's frantically trying to put up a fighter. Interesting move from Grep to utilize, there we go, now the missile defense tower is up and is going to ward off those bombers. Oh, and here comes a fighter. This fighter's probably going to move on in and take out all those bombers. Nope, it's just going to hang out. Okay, too far. I don't like this zoom acceleration feature. Wish I could turn it off. Let's see. Lots of expansion from Grep. Yeah, I'm getting that right? Yep, red is Grep. Lots of expansion from Grep. We got a proxy base coming up on the backside. This blue bottle, or these blue bottles from Infrabasse, Orient North, are going to be absolutely critical for controlling this funnel right here. It's going to be able to destroy this laser defense tower, missile defense tower, as well as that pelter and the factory, and gain control of this metal over here, forcing Grep to attack around through this crack, which Infrabasse already has a factory up here. He probably should get a radar as well as some defensive structures over here and over here, which now means that Grep will have to fight his way through funnels with defensive structures because Infrabasse has got this lake and just these few choke points to defend. And the more that I look at this, the more I am absolutely loving Infrabasse's starting point. Just get up some laser defense towers and some pelters in these choke points, and wow, pushing forward with the commander from Grep, and Grep isn't going to want to push further forward. We got another blue bottle coming out from Infrabasse, and there's a whole bunch of, and Infrabasse does know that this commander is over here because of that patrolling scout. Whole bunch of fabricators over here that'll be able to spam out pelters, and there's also going to be this blue bottle coming in. Down goes the pelter from Grep. And Greppy's going to need to be very, very careful with this commander, or else he's just going to get sniped by pelters and by this blue bottle. And Grep is very smartly pulling back with his commander, which is unfortunate because that was a very long walk time from that commander, missing out on a lot of build power. And now Infrabasse is going to be able to move in and take all of these metal spots. Oh, and there we go. We see the factory deconstructing since it wasn't finished. With the latest build, there is a new feature, if you will, where buildings that are being constructed and then stop being constructed, there is a slight delay, and then those buildings will slowly deteriorate and, disappear. First time I've actually seen that feature in action. We've got Advanced Vehicle Factory coming up from Infrabasse. Gonna start pumping out levelers soon. And oh, I missed this. Got some defensive structures up and fabricators moving forward from Grep, taking out metal extractors. Ooh, and a bunch of naval factories going up from Grep, which, if Infrabasse isn't careful and doesn't pump out a lot of units, then we'll be able to see some naval action. Either way, taking control of this choke point is a very important move for Grep. It'll allow him to attack Infrabasse's base a lot easier, and it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, soon to be 6 metal extractors gone. Here we go. Grep's commander is moving over here to protect this area, and Infrabasse's fabricators are moving forward and claiming this very important large clump of metal. Working on pumping out blue bottles. So far, Infrabasse has not scouted this lake. When you are on a lake like this, particularly if portions of your base, important structures of your base, are right up next to a lake, it's very important that you constantly scout the entirety of the lake so you can see stuff like this happening. Looks like Grep canceled some of those naval factories, probably a mistake. Grep is going to want to pump out a bunch of naval factories, get a large group of blue bottles in, and move in for a surprise attack, overwhelming Infrabasse's naval presence. And looks like this is where a lot of the action is going to be. It almost seems like Infrabasse doesn't know that he's losing the north. Is this north? Looks like disabling of the UI. Actually, yeah, north. Duh, there's the north right in front of me. Then looks like oh, there we go. Now Infrabasse is moving vehicles into position to defend against this large group of factories that are pumping out ants, which is now we got a lot of pelters queued up. There's a lot of map controls still to be gained. Surprised I haven't, Grep hasn't gone into the water. He does have map control around this lake, so He's not at that much risk from losing his base due to blue bottles, but at the same time, 2, 4, 6, 8 metal right here to be claimed that would be very difficult to destroy. Got an advanced bot factory going out from Grep, and we got some fighting going on. So it looks like Grep hasn't stepped up to advance yet, and it looks like Infrabasse is having some metal issues. He's abandoned that advanced energy plant. So Infrabasse does have an advantage right now because of his stepping up to the advanced economy first, although he is losing map control over here, working on putting out a Pelter. Oh, nope, Pelter has been abandoned. We'll see it degrade here in a second. A Pelter probably would have been a better choice than a laser defense tower, because that Pelter would have protected this into both of these choke points in here. Lots of fighting going on with ants streaming in. Got a Pelter creep starting from Grep. There we go. More naval factories going up from Grep, and Commander moving forward from Grep as well. We would really like to see some levelers starting to come out from Infrabasse. Levelers are just so stinking powerful, especially when they have radar coverage like they would have. They'd be able to, a single leveler would be able to chew through a lot of these attacking ants with very little difficulty. Here we go. Lots of Pelters going up with a lot of build power from Infrabasse. And we do have this is idle advanced vehicle factory and idle advanced fabricator. That's not good. Oh, another thing worth mentioning. Take a look at the new bot factory. This new bot factory is excellent. And I need to not zoom in. My computer tends to lag a lot whenever I'm not in the strategic icons. Here we go. Levelers starting to pump out from Infrabasse. So at any rate, new bot factory design. Most likely the advanced bot factory will also be redesigned, and it's a great change because now I can easily tell this is a bot factory and that's a vehicle factory. There we go. Lots of advanced energy queued up from Infrabasse. That's good. Energy is a very important resource, considering that there's only 2 resources. Of course, it's very important. Lots of air power up from Grep. I wonder if we're going to start seeing bombing runs and advanced air from Grep. Proxy base over here. It does look like Grep has a lot more map control than Infrabasse, which means Infrabasse is Orient North, going to be slowly losing to production from Grep. Grep will just be able to outproduce them. Also very interesting that now these factories are idle and Infrabasse has not claimed all of this metal. Particularly these metal in here, these metal spots are close to the shore, so they can be taken out by ants or levelers, but these right here, the only way to destroy these metal spots and these metal spots over here would be by naval, which is in process, or by bombers. So whenever you control a lake, you want to claim the metal spots in the lake because they are very, very easy to defend. Okay, let's take a look at what is known. Not a whole lot of scouting from Infrabasse. Infrabasse doesn't know, or Infrabasse, I'm just going to keep on calling him Infrabasse. Infrabasse doesn't know about the Orient North, about the naval factories, nor about all of these unguarded metal all over the place. Oh, interesting. Moving forward over here. Now let's take a look at Grep. Orient North. Not a whole lot of scouting from either side, in fact. Grep doesn't know about a large portion of Infrabasse's base. Scouting is very important in Planetary Annihilation. Provides valuable intel. Ooh, orbital going up. Wow, that orbital factory went up really fast. That could totally change the outcome of this match if Infrabasse is able to get off planet and start gaining control of the 4 orbiting moons around this planet. That'll just be a constant stream of nukes from Infrabasse, as well as a large, tapping into a large amount of easily defended metal spots. More levelers pumping out from Infrabasse, which is going to be very important for defending against Grep, who, oh, we got some incoming bombers. So far, Grep, oh, here we go, Grep's Navy is moving forward. That's going to be a nasty surprise. Not much advanced from, nice proxy base from Infrabasse over here. Not much advanced from Grep. That is a mistake. Advanced structures, particularly late game. Let's see, how far are we? We are 20 minutes in. Wow, 20 minutes in and hardly any advanced from Grep. Pelter creeps taking out metal and causing damage to Infrabasse. It's very, very feasible to get out an advanced factory in a 1v1 10 to 12 minutes into the match, and we're almost 20 minutes into the match and only 1 advanced factory from Grep. That is just a huge mistake. And here comes Grep's naval force. It's going to be a very, very nasty surprise. It's going to take out these advanced metal extractors, probably going to be in range of at least one of these advanced vehicle factories. Going to be able to take out some of this energy and this advanced metal extractor, as well as quite a bit of stuff in here. And just idle factories. This is a huge mistake, and Infrabasse is going to pay a very dear price. This orbital factory, what is that building? An Astraeus. That is a very good move. There goes the Astraeus. This is a game changer. Oh, got a bit of action going on over here. Come on, computer, you can handle this. Pelters put in laser defense towers, putting in very good work against the attacking ants, and levelers moving forward, which are also going to be a huge help. Here goes the Astraeus moving to grab that commander, and is going to get off planet. And we've got an advanced radar satellite going up from Infrabasse. Very good moves. Commander's now picked up, and he's probably going to be heading off here in a second. Let's take a look at the rest of the planet. Infrabasse working on gathering up a bunch of ants for a big push in. Not too many pelters over here, so there's some, but wouldn't be that difficult to overwhelm these defenses and take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 advanced metal extractors. That will be a huge blow when Infrabasse pushes in. And then from there, he'll be able to push in and attack this huge energy field. Another thing that Infrabasse should do is drop in a naval factory right in here. Speaking of naval, let's hop over here. Not much is happening as far as naval goes yet, but that commander, Infrabasse's commander, is off planet. Let's see where it's headed. Looks like it's headed to the largest moon, which is a very good move. There's going to be a lot of metal. Let's see if we can... 86 metal spots. That is going to be a huge step up for Infrabasse. He'll be able to gain control of this planet, 86 easily defended metal. He'll be able to pump out a bot factory, pump out a bunch of bot fabricators, and then send the commander to the other planet and repeat. And wow, there we go. Blue Bottle's pushing in. Naval factory's gone. Infrabasse now has lost naval supremacy. Thankfully, Infrabasse built the majority of his energy and the majority of his base away from the lake, which is a very good move. These pelters are going to be able to start chipping away at these blue bottles. Pelters have a range of 250, while blue bottles have a range of 220 and a vision of 200. Scouting. Nope, those were bombers from Grep. Nuke. Catapult creep and nuke going up from Grep. That is a very nice move, but it's probably not going to make too much of a difference once Infrabasse starts gaining control of the other planets. Infrabasse now, catapults up, going in to take out those blue bottles. Very nice. He probably should be focus firing these catapults on the attacking catapults, as well as that nuke launcher, which is in range. That's a poor placement of that nuke, or heck, even focus fire on that commander. Looks like we got a big push coming in from Infrabasse. But anyway, as I was saying, Infrabasse, if he can quickly gain control of all of the other moons that are orbiting this planet, he'll have access to hundreds of metal spots, and he'll be able to very easily defend those moons from Grep, and then we'll see a nuke war with just nukes being lobbed back and forth from both sides, which is going to result in a very, very interesting match. Here we go. Orbital up from Grep. I missed that. I've been focusing on Infrabasse's base because that's where the majority of the action is happening. Doesn't look like anything is queued up. Nor does it... Oh, no. I missed that. Astraeus already built, and Astraeus is headed to one of the moons with 73 metal spots. Now, this will be interesting. Let's take a look at this moon, see how Infrabasse is doing. Oh, come on. Here we go. Not too much. Oh, that is a big mistake. You want to get up some nice long build queues and start planet hopping as quickly as possible. But at the same time, it is very understandable for this to be idle. There is a lot of action happening here on the main planet, and it's very difficult to keep track of two planets at once. Grep definitely has map control. Oh, very nice. Infrabasse has managed to take out the nuke launcher from Grep, as well as at least one of the catapults. And now the catapults are putting in a lot of work. And wow, lots of levelers moving forward. This attack from Grep is going to get stopped in its tracks. And Infrabasse is now working on a nuke. And hopefully now that things are slowing down here on this planet, Infrabasse is going to be able to focus on expansion on the moon. Lots of catapult fire being exchanged, and quite a few bombers here from Grep. Very interesting choice considering how underpowered bumblebees are right now. Oh, there's an Avenger hanging out in the orbital layer. Oh, and I totally missed that, but those blue bottles took out the orbital launcher from Infrabasse. Hulkin's going up with lots of pelters there, and those pelters just can barely reach right in here, so they're going to be able to make very quick work of those blue bottles, and catapults in range of these blue bottles. These blue bottles are just going to be picked off one by one, especially once that Hulkin's goes up. And it wouldn't surprise me if the range of the Hulkins can reach over here, but the Hulkin's fire may get stopped by these mountains. Nuke almost done from Infrabasse. That is a lot of build power focusing in on that nuke. Before that gets launched, let's just quickly try and see what's happening. There we go. Infrabasse is now working on that planet. Let's see, what moon did Grep head to? I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yes, it was. Looks like Grep is ahead as far as the other orbital layers. catapults going to work and taking a lot of damage. And there we go. Nuke headed out from Infrabasse, and it looks like it's going to detonate right in here in all of these factories, which would be a very poor target. Yep. Down it goes, only taking out 3 metal extractors and no energy. Nukes and attacks, you want you to target economy. Taking out production power just allows your opponent to get a positive economy. There, oh, working on another orbital factory from Infrabasse. Your primary focus needs to be destroying your opponent's economy. When you destroy your opponent's production power, he can just very easily rebuild. Whew, there was something flying by in the orbital layer. I think that was an Astreus. Wonder where that's headed. So you want to target your opponent's... lots of factories and units being built up over here from Grep. And a nuke up from Grep, as well as 2 orbital factories and an advanced satellite being constructed from Grep. But this would have been the target. The king target, taking out Grep's one and only advanced factory, a lot of power, as well as an orbital factory. That would have been a huge chunk of energy gone from Greppy's economy, and a lot of metal investment wasted. Looks like the nuke is almost done from Infrabasse. Oh, and Infrabasse is going for a advanced radar first. That is a mistake. Grep has Avengers just sitting up here waiting. When you don't have orbital supremacy, it's very important that you get out an Umbrella and or Avengers, the orbital fighters, so you can protect any satellites or, solar arrays that you can put up there. Because once this advanced radar satellite gets launched into orbit, it's just going to be instantly destroyed. Oh, and nuke from Grep is probably going to be dropped right in here, destroying Infrabasse's nuke launcher. Infrabasse needs to get that nuke launched. Desperately needs to get that nuke launched, or else it's going to be gone and wasted. And, oh no! Down goes the nuke, down goes the orbital launcher, down goes 2 advanced factories, a chunk of energy, and 5 metal extractors. That is a fantastic nuke from Grep. Oh, wow. That is a lot of metal investment gone. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Grep's Avengers just straight away shot down that orbital advanced radar satellite as soon as it got into orbit. That was a huge victory for Grep. Looks like Infrabasse did attack Grep and was stopped, and now there is a massive defensive line up from Grep, and Infrabasse just isn't going to be able to attack that over there unless these Hulkins take care of it, which these Hulkins may not be able to hit here because the fire might be hitting. Actually, it doesn't matter because Infrabasse doesn't have radar coverage of what's going on over here, so these Hulkins have no targets to fire at. Another orbital factory and advanced vehicle factory, an anti-nuke and nuke being worked on from Infrabasse. Anti-nukes have been given a buff. Their range is now 300 when it used to be 200, so anti-nukes are a lot more valid. And in the future, they're going to be even more valid once... oh, man, Infrabasse. Oh, you have so much idle stuff just sitting right here. These fabricators need to have a build queue of just everything on this planet. Pump out lots of energy. Pump out catapults, radar, advanced metal extractors. There we go. Now it's finally starting to be queued up. But, oh, if he had done this earlier, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago, Infrabasse would have had a huge economy and would have been nigh unstoppable. Looks like we've got an astroid hanging out in orbit over above Infrabasse's planet, providing intel. Let's take a look at Grep's planet. Wow, yeah, that's Grep is much further along, and this asteroid or moon is smashable, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see Halleys start to go up here soon. Nope, I want to zoom in here. Let's see how things are going. We'll probably be seeing another nuke. Where's Grep's nuke launcher? There we go. Surprisingly, not a lot of build power on this nuke. And, very nice push. I totally missed this. Very nice push from Infrabasse. Took out a lot, but now these levelers are just sitting here and are going to be destroyed by these blue bottles. That is a big waste, and they'll also probably be picked apart by defensive structures that are being erected. And there we go. Levelers are now moving forward. Certainly has been quite the back and forth match. Oh man, Infrabasse is going for another advanced radar satellite. That's just a mistake. It's going to get shot down again, and advanced radar satellites are very expensive. They're very good units to have, and by all means build them, but only if you have orbital fighters there to protect them. Big push in from Infrabasse, moving in on the backside of this defensive line. Good move, but ultimately it looks like it's not going to be enough units to be able to break the defensive line because of all of these pelters back here. Levelers are still moving forward, causing a lot of destruction. That is a fantastic move. Oh, and deep space orbital radar up from Grep. Good move. And wow! These levelers are just going to move in and take out all of this energy. Man, just when I thought Grep had this in the bag, it looks like Infrabasse is turning it around and is going to keep this match dragging on. Although it's not like I'm complaining, this match has been pretty action-packed. Let's see, is that an anti-nuke? Nope, that is a nuke launcher. Mistake not to build the anti-nuke. The anti-nuke launcher is less expensive in this instant. Right now, Grep has a nuke launcher out there. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That nuke launcher was taken out. Wow. Don't listen to me. Good move from Infrabasse not building that nuke launcher or an anti-nuke launcher and instead building a nuke. Oh, my goodness. Got a large group of units. Oh, and now that Hulkins those Hulkins are firing. Wonder if it's because he's got Infrabasse has an advanced radar up somewhere, or what the deal is. Why are those Hulkins firing? But those Hulkins are now going to be able to take out this defensive line. Very good move. Grep should have built a catapult or Hulkins over here, because Grep knew about this stuff over here, and he would have been able to take that out and defend these ever-important advanced metal extractors. And Infrabasse's attacking levelers were finally taken out by this defensive line, but not before taking out pretty much all of Grep's power. That is one hell of a blow. Oh wow, large group of units gathering up over here. Let's orient north. Moving in. Doesn't look like Infrabasse knows they're coming. Let's take a look. No, Infrabasse does not know that this attack is coming. But there are a bunch of pelters and 3 Hulkins that are going to be able to turn and fire on these as soon as they are scouted. Wow, Infrabasse doesn't even know about this entire base over here. This is why you want to always scout. Infrabasse is in for yet another nasty surprise. And here we go, here it comes. And I think that was an advanced... Nope, that was an Avenger. Good. And here we go. Let's switch back to full vision. Units streaming in, and Pelters and that Hulkins are now starting to go to work and are going to make mincemeat of these incoming ants. We'll just have to see if that's enough. Oh, and these Hulkins are firing over in this direction. These Hulkins, there we go. Now they're turning around. They're going to be firing on all of these incoming ants, and this attack is probably going to get stopped. Doesn't look like Infrabasse knows that this attack is happening yet, though. Oh man, these Hulkins just keep on turning around back and forth, back and forth. And now they're turning around again. Oh, that is a huge misfortune. Although it looks like he does have enough. Down goes the Hulkins. Oh, that was quite the blow. But it does look like, yep, Grep is now moving forward and is starting to take out buildings. Probably going to take down this advanced metal extractor, although it doesn't look like he has enough units to then push in and destroy this anti-nuke. But this was a huge blow, destroying a lot of metal investment from Infrabasse. Wow, that is a lot of Avengers. Very good move. Now, here soon, Infrabasse should start pumping out other orbital stuff like a solar array or an advanced radar satellite. Both fantastic orbital structures. So this defensive line is mostly gone thanks to these Hulkins, and the rest of it is probably going to be taken out once the Hulkins, or once these units are finished over here. Not much left on this planet for either side, aside from all these factories, which are now sitting idle, which means both players are focusing hard on Orbital. So let's... Come on. There we go. Let's take a look at what's going on over here. Wow, Orbital Factory. 3 orbital factories from Infrabasse and lots of metal. It looks like Grep tried to land over here but was repelled by Infrabasse, and nothing left. Anti-nuke launcher going up from Infrabasse, another Astraeus. I wonder if other planets have been colonized. It looks like, it looks like at the very least Grep is expanding to the other planet. Wow. Wow, this is a lot of economy here from Grep, as well as a nuke launcher. We'll probably start to see interplanetary nukes here soon. Now, something that I don't know, and now Grep is on this other planet. My goodness, I have never seen this much orbital action in a match. Okay, let's return to the main planet, see how things are going. Looks like... Nah. I think I'm going to give the advantage to Infrabasse for control of this planet. Difficult to tell who has the upper hand because the economy is spread out over multiple planets, but because Grep has control of 2 planets and soon to be a 3rd planet, he's going to start gaining the upper hand unless we start to see interplanetary nukes being lobbed back and forth. Not too much is happening at this point. So, see, look at this. I love this. You can see structures on different planets at all times. Planetary Annihilation is simply a gorgeous game. Lots of orbital fighters up from Infrabasse. It's fair to assume that he now has orbital supremacy on this planet, and he should start pumping out advanced radar satellites as well as solar arrays. Oh, and now the remaining orbital fighters from Grep are retreating, heading to, like Grep's primary planet now. Lots of map control and lots of economy from Infrabasse on this planet. And there goes an advanced radar satellite. Now Infrabasse has full vision over this planet. Let's take a look at Infrabasse's main planet. Don't see an orbital, deep space orbital radar from Infrabasse, which is a mistake. The deep space orbital radar is very valuable. Tells you what orbital structures your opponents are building, as well as what they have in orbit everywhere. Let's keep on hopping around. It does look like Grep is slowly obtaining economic supremacy simply because he's got multiple planets. Oh! Now that's quite the glitch. These two... Totally missed that. These two moons share an orbit. In the future, Planetary Annihilation will have those two planets clashing and destroying each other. And nothing, this planet is unclaimed, with an astroid just chilling out in orbit. That is unfortunate. So as I was saying, in the future, whenever planets share an orbit, they will crash as if they were propelled into each other, which will make for some very enjoyable and interesting gameplay scenarios where players will be able to create custom systems where after, say, 15 minutes or so, the two opposing starting planets, or let me back up, you can set it up so players will spawn on different planets, and after, say, 15, 20, 30, X amount of time, those planets will collide, smash, destroying everything on those planets. So the object of the game is to get the hell off that planet as quickly as possible. Really exciting stuff coming from Planetary Annihilation. Wow, that is a lot of scouts. Grep's probably going to be doing a bunch of scouting, and we might be seeing a interplanetary nuke being launched here soon. Either way, I'm going to give this recording a quick pause because not too much has happened. Oh, nope, never mind, not going to pause it. We've got a attack coming in from Infrabasse to push in on Grep's remaining primary metal field here on the main planet. Oh, Grep has disconnected. Nope, Grep is back. It looks like he just had a little bit of a hiccup. That's good. That was going to be a damn shame if this match was cut short because Grep crashed and was unable to... And, whoa, now he's gone again. I wonder what's going on. If they might be calling it, or if Grep is having connectivity issues. Hopefully he'll be back and we'll be able to see the end of this match. Be a damn shame to have this cut short. Looks like we've got a loaded nuke just sitting there waiting for a target. Nope, now see Grep's back. Should not have zoomed in. Another nuke going up. We'll be starting to see interplanetary nukes being lobbed. And if I remember correctly, Infrabasse does have an anti-nuke somewhere here on this base. If he doesn't, yes, he does. Now, interplanetary nukes, new addition to the game. They can be launched to... oh, there we go. That's a nuke launch, right? Yeah, that's an interplanetary nuke launch. We've got the first interplanetary nuke launch of the match. I'm going to keep an eye on that. So as I was saying, interplanetary nukes are... Oh, no, that wasn't an interplanetary nuke. That was fired over here. That was a waste of a nuke. Destroyed the naval factory and not much else. Let's see what was destroyed. Wow! That was a terrible nuke. Absolutely terrible nuke. Sorry, Infrabasse, little buddy, but that was just a very poor choice. You should have lobbed that at a different planet. Another nuke launched. Oh, that's a red nuke. That's from... And sniped by the anti-nuke. Whew! That was... See... Good move by building that nuke, and that nuke was probably an interplanetary nuke launched from Grep that I missed. Nuclear missiles cost... anti-nuke missiles cost half as much as nukes. And we've got a bunch of nukes being pumped out from Infrabasse. Hopefully he starts lobbing them at different planets. Wow, look at that. That is just so much sitting there to be destroyed. Right, trying to talk about interplanetary nukes. Keep on getting distracted. So, interplanetary nukes. Oh, we've got an advanced radar satellite headed to the main planet from Grep. Interplanetary nukes cannot be launched to planets that are in different orbits. So, but they can be launched from this planet to this moon that's orbiting it, or from this moon to that is orbiting this planet. And I am assuming that it can also be launched at, say, this moon that is from this moon to this moon, because they're sharing the orbit around this planet. I cannot confirm that yet. I should set up a match and test that so I can confirm it. Let's take a look at the planets and see how things are going. Holy cow! That is a lot of nuke launchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 9 nuke launchers here on this planet. Wow. Don't see any anti-nukes, though. Good move, though, spreading out all those nuke launchers, so if interplanetary nuke does come and hit this planet, it won't take out all of Infrabasse's nuke launchers. Let's take a look at how things are going elsewhere. It looks like Grep only has 1 nuke launcher. That is unfortunate, but my goodness, that is a lot of power plants and advanced metal extractors. It looks like every metal extractor on this planet is claimed, and most of them are advanced metal extractors. Let's take a look at the rest of the planets. Here's where the commander is. Good move getting a lot of orbital fighters up over this planet. Keep that commander from getting laser sniped. We do have a nuke launcher up there. Let's see. Wow, took a long time for this planet to be colonized. That is most unfortunate. Let's head on back to the main planet. It looks like Infrabasse pretty much has almost complete control of this planet, but doesn't have a lot of these metal extractors claimed. There we go. Now he's got metal extractors queued up, although this is a bit late and he should have been doing this a lot sooner. This planet has the most metal extractors at, what was it, 136, I think it was. So with that, Infrabasse really wants to tap into this and claim, whoa, here comes 3 nukes. Down goes 1. And these other 2 are being spread out. Down goes another. And this last one sniped. This nuke wasn't that great of a choice. That one was an all-right choice. Took out a bunch of power, but it was basic power. Here we go. Nuke launch from... So let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. This is now the 5th interplanetary nuke launched, and there were, what, 4 planetary nukes, or same planet nukes launched. Oh, that is a terrible nuke. Aye, Infrabasse, what are you doing? That was a terrible nuke choice. So now we've had probably about 10 nukes launched. I'm going to have to go back and count them like I did on my other video. Not much left on this planet from Grep. He's even got these factories sitting here idle. He's completely abandoned this planet, which is a mistake. He should be pumping out a bunch of fabricators on this planet and trying to defend this area, set up anti-nukes, and retain a foothold and be a thorn in Infrabasse's side. Okay, let's zoom back out. Doesn't look like any more interplanetary nukes are en route. Oh, my goodness, I might have to... I've got to be leaving here soon, and I really don't want to cut this cast short. Oh, this sucks. I was not expecting this match to drag on so long. Maybe I can get one of them to start recording from their perspective and I can just splice in that video. Wow, that is a lot of orbital fighters. Let's... Whoa! Activity! Activity! What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh! It has been launched! Oh, how did I miss that? I have not been watching... Yeah, this moon has been launched. It looks... Oh, I can't tell where it's headed. It might be headed to the main planet. No, it looks like that orbital trajectory has it heading towards the moon. And, oh, come on. Come on, Planetary Annihilation. Don't glitch out and give us a non-smashing, although it looks like that might be what's happening. My goodness, I cannot believe I missed those Halleys being built. I was just too preoccupied with all the action that was happening on the main planet. It does look like this planet is just caught in an infinite loop and is not going to end up smashing that planet. Either way, I think we can give this match to Grep for smashing that planet with the commander on it. Let's see if we can just call this game for Grep. Grep does deserve that win. Grep did a great job for gaining control of all the planets. And yeah, that moon is just circling round and round and round, and it doesn't look like it's going to actually make contact. That is most unfortunate. And I wonder why I didn't hear the sirens. Now I have my volume up. Come on, guys, let's... Are you gonna just call it? I think I'm calling this. Infrabasse's commander at least was on this planet. Where'd the commander go? Wonder if it got off planet. Lots of nukes sitting loaded. Don't see the commander. Here from orange. see if the commander's on the main planet. Come on, guys, let's just call it. I can't find Infrabasse's commander, though. It'd be a lot easier to just say definitively Grep wins because he smashed the planet where Infrabasse's commander is, but the moon just didn't connect. Where is that commander? I still don't see that commander. There it is. Yep, I'm calling it. That is a most unfortunate glitch that prevented that moon from smashing. That would have been a very fun climax. Okay, looks like Infrabasse is calling it as well. All around, good game. Both players played very well, and oh wow, there was a smash on the main planet. I totally missed that. Either way, both of Infrabasse's planets would have been smashed. All around, that was... Wow, you're right! The planet isn't even orbiting around the sun anymore. Holy cow, this has been quite the comedy of glitches. Either way, fantastic game. Very well played from both players. And just some unfortunate glitches caused us to miss out on a very exciting planet-smashing finish. Good game. And there we go. Infrabasse has conceded. Good game.